Hey folks, it's John with KGTropicals.com, bringing you episode 7 of the ultimate guide to your first aquarium. In today's episode, we're going to talk all about bringing that new guy home and acclimating him into your new aquarium. So you're going to want to stick around. It seems like a pretty simple thing, right? I mean, you're just putting a new fish in the tank. It's not a big deal. Well, it can actually be pretty stressful for the fish, especially if they've just spent an entire day on an airplane in a bag in a dark box. So we want to make this process very simple and very stress-free for the fish, and that's what we're going to talk about today. If you look around online, you're going to find a lot of articles that'll probably scare you to death. They'll have you believing that there's a certain way you have to do this, and if you don't, your fish are absolutely going to die, and it's ridiculous. This is a pretty simple process, folks. I've been doing it the way I'm going to show you for about 23 years, and I can honestly say I have never had a fish die as soon as I put them in the tank. So keep it simple, keep it stress-free on the fish. Let me show you the way I like to do it, and you'll see it's really not that big of a deal. When you get your fish to your house, whether they've been shipped to you or you just brought them home from the pet store, the first thing that you're going to want to do is float the bag in your aquarium. This allows the water in the bag to get to the same temperature as the water in your tank. If there's a big difference in temperature, there's the possibility of severely shocking your fish. Floating the bag lets the water in the bag balance out with the temperature in your tank very slowly. The safest bet is to float the bag for 20, maybe 30 minutes, just to be sure. Once the temperature in the bag is the same as the temperature in your tank, it's time to get the little guy in his new home. This is a very simple process. You don't need to open the bag and slowly drip the water from your aquarium into it to let the tank water blend with the water in your bag. All this does is prolong this process, and let's face it, the fish wants to get out of that bag. All you need to do is grab a bucket and a large fish net. Lay the net over your bucket. If you have a big fish net, it should be able to lay nicely right there on the top of your bucket. Then you'll cut open the top of the bag with a pair of scissors or knife and dump the water through the net to where it will catch the fish in the net. This is going to put the nasty fish store water in the bucket, but the fish will be caught by the net. And now you can slowly take your fish net, hold the fish, turn the net over, and place the fish in the tank. Notice I said slowly. Naturally, you might want to panic and get the fish in the tank in a matter of split seconds. Well, just imagine all the things that could possibly go wrong because you panicked. Relax, take your time, and get the fish in the tank in one piece. So there you have it. I hope that this has helped you to understand that acclimating your new fish shouldn't be all that big of a deal. It's not a process that should take hours and hours, and you can do it without completely stressing your fish out. Like I said, I've been doing this for decades this way, and I've never lost a fish doing it. So I hope that you've enjoyed this video. If you have, maybe you could click that like button down below for me, or maybe share it with your friends. It really does help us out a whole lot. Now, next week, we're going to be talking all about fish food. So you're definitely going to want to subscribe to this channel so that you don't miss that. If you like these videos that I've been putting out and you want to see more, I've got a video up here that I had a whole lot of fun with a couple of months ago. Had a great time. It's something a little different. It's called Horror in King George. Check it out. I think you'll enjoy it. And maybe you want to hear about all of the myths that are going on in the fish keeping community. Well, check that video out right there, and I'll go over my top 5 fish keeping myths. So thank you so much for watching this, and I look forward to talking to you again next week.